Hey, I got an exotic. Hey, did I get the Bighorn? Bighorn 1. I wonder if that's a Bighorn. Did I just respawn again? What's going on, Dags? If you're new to the channel, welcome to Dighorn Gaming. I'm your host, Nox, where my favorite thing to do is respawn, and it's not because I'm good. Let me start by saying that these videos that I've been making about farming the Bighorn and Legendary in the Summit with all 10 directives is pretty much a clickbait. What I mean by that is if you're farming for the Bighorn, the only thing that matters is killing named enemies on Legendary content, period. And when it comes to the directives, they don't really matter when you're farming for the Bighorn for the first time. If you already have the Bighorn, that's when directives will kind of matter, because when you have the Bighorn, it's going to enter your AR exotic loot pool, and that way it can drop as a targeted loot AR. And I know it's kind of confusing what I'm saying, so let me explain it this way. So you are running through Legendary content right now, fighting named enemies. Here's a named enemy. You go and take out the named enemy, and when they drop, the Bighorn is going to have its own drop chance. So here's the Bighorn drop chance, the line item up here. And below it is going to be whatever the other loot that he drops. And then you'll have the targeted loot that shows up at the bottom of the list. But if it's a targeted loot exotic, it's going to show up at the top of the list. But if you do get a Bighorn and a targeted loot exotic, you're going to see that the Bighorn is going to just say Bighorn across the top. And the exotic underneath it is going to say targeted loot first, and then it's going to show whatever exotic it is. So keep an eye out when I show you the 8 Bighorns that dropped for me in my playthrough yesterday. And I'm almost positive that every single one of them did not say targeted loot and show Bighorn. It just showed straight up the Bighorn. And also the other days when I was helping other people farm for the Bighorn, I never seen it say targeted loot and show Bighorn. They always drop just straight up as the Bighorn. So that's why I say my videos pretty much clickbait when I'm running on the Legendary Summit with 10 directives. I was playing in the Legendary Summit like that with all the directives because it's more fun to watch somebody streaming with all directives. And playing with all the directives is a fun challenge, but 10 out of 10 I wouldn't recommend it solo, and 10 out of 10 I wouldn't recommend it in group play. And also, I'm not going to get into any specific build breakdowns for this video. I'm just going to kind of explain to you how to actually do the Legendary Summit farm. And I'm just going to go into a little bit of detail about, why I run certain things during certain global events. And yes, this video is taking place during the reanimated global event, allowing me to run specific builds that I normally wouldn't be able to run outside of the reanimated global event. So keep that in mind when you're selecting a build to run through the Legendary Summit when you are farming for the Bighorn for yourself. So without further delay, let's do the shout out for this video and get right into the guide. Alright, the next for today's shout out is going to be It's Dark XP. He is yet another LED mask wearing son of a gun. Just don't let him know that he wears the weird looking one, not the cool one like me. So a little bit about Dark XP. He likes to make the meta builds. He plays on the PS5. He's actually featured in this video today farming for the Bighorn and the Legendary Summit. Right now he's live. He goes live almost daily for the most part. And like always, let's help support each other. So let's go to one of his videos. Make sure you guys like the video. Come down, drop a comment. Wait, don't say something like that. Actually, wait. Don't say that. That's kind of creepy. Make sure you submit the comment. And when you like a video and drop a comment, it's going to help support your favorite content creators. Once again, here's Dark XP's homepage, so make sure you guys give him a subscribe. And when it comes to farming for the Bighorn, the easiest way to farm for the Bighorn is going to be in the Summit. Specifically, you want to see the threat scaling, and this is going to show you the different floors with how many boss enemies there's going to be. So the boss floors on the 10th, 20th, 30th, 40th, 50th, and 60th floors are only going to have one named enemy that spawns. Floor 70 and 80 is going to have 2 named enemies, and then floor 90 is going to have 3 named enemies, and then floor 100 is going to have the hunters. And yes, the hunters as well have a chance to drop the Bighorn. And if you do run into rogue agents, the rogue agents will also have a chance to drop the Bighorn. Pretty much any named enemy that you run into on Legendary content is going to have a chance to drop the Bighorn. And that's why I say farming the 10th floors at the Summit is going to be the easiest way to get the Bighorn. Because yes, you will run into named enemies on Legendary missions, but you have to run the whole mission. Whereas in this farm, once you get to one of the 10 floors, you just constantly, you know, farm the name guy, leave, come back, farm the name guy, leave, come back. And it's going to come to RNG on what you run into, because we are going to be running one-shot builds, and we are very weak when it comes to fighting only dogs, and especially when we run into a changa. But don't worry, because the good thing is if you respawn, you're going to start at the beginning of the checkpoint, and the enemies on that floor are going to respawn. So hopefully, you know, you get one that doesn't have any dogs or less dogs and no changa. And say you kill the named enemy and you go down, don't worry, just respawn, run over to where you killed the named enemy, pick up the loot, then we're just going to leave and restart. And if you haven't noticed yet, I'm going to be running with the 10 directives on floor 60. And the reason is why I'm running the floor 60 is because I only want one named enemy for this farm, because with the reanimated global event, it's going to be harder to go against multiple named enemies without losing the farm, because the way the spawns go, you're going to have the initial group of enemies. Once you trim them down, that's when the named enemy is going to come out with a bunch of other spawns. And when you only have to deal with one enemy, you just go take them out, pick up the loot, and leave. But if there's multiple bosses, now you got to take out the first guy plus all his enemies. Then there's going to be another wave with random enemies. Then after that random wave of enemies, you're going to have the second named enemy come out with more random enemies. And then if you have 3 named enemies, it's going to repeat that process again. And the reason why I say not to run it with multiple named enemies, it's going to slow down the actual farm, because you don't want to kill all the named enemies in the doorways that they spawn, because the green mist is going to kill everything. If you take out 3, 4, or 5 random enemies in the doorway, and when the next wave spawns, it's going to die instantly. And you definitely don't want all the enemies to die after you kill that named enemy, because it's going to complete the checkpoint, and then you're going to not be able to farm the same level again. But like always, it's going to be up to you. It's definitely doable. I just think it's a lot faster if there's only one named enemy during the reanimated global event. Other global events, you don't have to worry about the green mist, so you can just do what you got to do. And another thing, take a look at what I'm playing at. I got all 10 directives on. 10 out of 10, I would not recommend this solo, and 10 out of 10, I would not recommend doing this in group play. But 10 out of 10, I am a crazy player, if you guys haven't noticed. And if I could, I would run glass cannon when I do this farm. But you're going to want to have headhunter. So you can see with the 10 directives, I am getting 188% more XP. That is whatever. We're not going to worry about the XP. And the reason why we want the directives, it literally says each active directive slightly increases the chance for a targeted loot item to drop alongside a normal loot drop. Hence why I have 10 directives. And if you know this actual percentages for each directive, up to 10 directives, drop that in the comments, because I'm curious to see. Now, if you actually open up this menu right here and you press down, you're going to want to set the targeted loot to assault rifles, because the Bighorn is a assault rifle. Duh, right? And if you're playing with multiple people that are helping you farm for the Bighorn, or they are looking for their own Bighorn, just make sure you give them a little friendly reminder to set their targeted loot to assault rifles. Now that we got all the boring stuff out of the way, let's actually go inside. Cue in elevator music. Kill so had to go. Alrighty, we are here. So we're gonna run in here. We're gonna pretend I'm taking out all the enemies. Pop, 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 pop. The enemy comes out. Oh, there he is. Shoot him in the head. Oh no, he drops loot. You want to run over here really quick, pick it up, or break it down, whatever. You don't want to waste any time here. Just so say there's the enemy, the loot is right above him. What you want to do is pick it up, go back into cover, or you can, if you're quick enough, you can do this. You're going to open up this menu and you're going to hold the button to return to lobby. It doesn't matter if you're in combat, if you're getting shot at, you could, once you hold return to lobby, you're going to go back to the lobby. But just keep in mind, if you are down, you won't be able to do this. So let's show you how it works. Boom, you named enemies down. You got his other minion shooting at you. So you want to, blah, blah, pick this up. And boom. See how quick you can do that? That's how you want to play this whole thing. As soon as you kill that named enemy, go pick up the loot and then just go back to lobby. We're back in the lobby. And all you got to do is just run back to the elevator and do it again. And if you're going to do this farm with teammates, make sure you kind of explain to them what you want to do and ask them if they know how to do this farm. Don't assume, especially if you're playing with randoms, if you do matchmaking, that they know what's going on. You want to communicate with them if you are doing random matchmaking, and communicate with your friends if you send them an invite or somebody joins you to do this farm. Just make sure you guys are all on the same page. You only want to take out the named enemy and leave NPCs alive, pick up the loot. And once you pick up the loot, if you're solo, or once everybody in your group picks up their loot or gives you the go ahead, that's when you're just going to, go back to lobby. And here's the build again that I was running. It ain't nothing special or fancy. And here's like another one that you could run if you want to run something with the Memento backpack. Or if you just want to do some crazy damage, you could run like a build like this, which is going to be a lot more DPS, but no defense really. It literally doesn't matter. Just, anything that has Determined Headhunter, you're good to go. If you want to catch the full gameplay, I did live stream this whole farm that I did for the Bighorns. And if you're pretty new to the game and you don't have a strong enough build to do this farm, drop a comment below. I do play in the PSN. So next time I'm on, and I'll live stream farming for the Bighorn, where I'm going to open up the game to the community. That way I could help other people who need the Bighorn farm for that. And if you made it this far, make sure to drop a like, comment below what you guys thought about this farm, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so. All right, Dags, let's go get these Bighorns. Is that another Bighorn? All right, come on, brother. Roll up on them like this. Hey, Bighorn again. Let's go. Come on, you fucker. You really gonna stun me? That was so far. Ah, you little bitch. I got another Bighorn though. My bad if I don't see the messages right away. I got 3 different chats up. Bighorn, what the fuck is this nonsense? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna shoot her in the head almost. Hey, is that another Bighorn? A random guy dropped an exotic capacitor. Got him. Hey, I got an exotic off a red bar. Yeah.
Too bad. Was that 9 exotics in 3 hours?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 exotics. Got him. Oh, I got an exotic.
Let's go.
Oh shit. I can't pick it up. God damn it. The guy lit me up there. Oh. Bighorn.
Let's go.
A million health. I'm getting destroyed. Bighorn again. 9 Bighorns today for me.